Well, welcome back. What we're going to do now is look at system-specific security policies, and this is really a very different approach. Instead of looking at the entire enterprise, looking at a particular issue, instead of those two approaches, what you're going to do is pick a specific technical system, and then you're going to write a number of policy documents against that specific system. So each system has its own underlying policies that address it, kind of with an underlying assumption that the users are different. You know, the folks that are using the learning management system may be different than the folks that are accessing the financial system. And because of that, let's make it very clear and very targeted at that audience and have different policies for each one. So that's the real difference between the three different approaches. These system-specific security policies can be separated into either management guidance and then technical specifications, or can be combined into a single document. So that management guidance is going to address your common users, whereas the technical specifications may be how you actually configure those systems for usage at multiple campuses or on individual workstations. So system specific, very different kind of approach. Let's go now and look at management guidance and how that relates to system specific security policy. So the management guidance is going to be created to guide the implementation and configuration of that single technology that you're addressing within this system specific security policy. You're going to talk about, as you might imagine, the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of the information. You're going to talk about protecting those characteristics as information is stored, as it's processed, and as it is in tangent, or in transit, not tangent, in transit. And then you're going to inform technologists of what the managerial intent is behind using that specific system. All right, so again, we've talked about system-specific security policy can be separated into managerial guidance, which I've just talked about. Let's now look at the technical specifications, or a second component of that system-specific security policy. So here what we're trying to do is we're getting into how are we going to implement technical controls within that environment, how we're going to configure it, how we're going to set it up. And each type of equipment is going to have its own policies associated with it. So again, let me give you some examples here. Let's say that you're implementing Banner, a student information system produced by Ellucian. Well, that software can actually be implemented within a Red Hat Linux environment, within an Intel environment, within an HP environment. And so each of those have different characteristics associated with it, and so you want to control that configuration and ensure the security of that system by being very specific about how it's configured in each of those different hardware settings. And so that's what the technical specifications is going to allow you to get to. It's going to allow you to get down to the nitty-gritty, very specific about how you control those environments. There are two real general mechanisms for implementing technical controls. One's called access control lists, another is using configuration rules. They're actually pretty related. And what I'm going to do in the next video is dig into access control lists and look at how you would configure access control lists. And this is probably going to be the most technical part of this course. It's still not very technical, but it is the most technical part. But it's important that you understand access control lists because lots of different technologies employ this. Operating systems use this, routers use this, networks use this, lots, firewalls use the same underlying idea of a access control list. So let's look at that in the next video. I'm sure you're sitting there shaking with anticipation to get into it, so I'll stop talking so we can talk about access control lists, and hopefully this has provided a brief overview of the system-specific policies, managerial guidance as a component of that, and technical specifications as a component of system-specific policies.